and welcome to Cooking with Chef Nay, where cannabis and food meets. So you guys have been asking, how do I infuse my foods? So I said, all right, I'm gonna take y'all into my world and show y'all just how I infuse my foods. And tonight, got a special treat because tonight we're gonna cook ramen. So for all you guys who know what ramen is, it originated and come from Japan. So if you know a little bit of background about me, I was stationed in the military and my first duty station was over there in Yokosuka, Japan. So I fell in love with that culture. So I'm sorry now if you guys not really into the Asian culture. You will be seeing a lot of Asian food here, but I do venture off and do other foods too. And on this journey, I'll be educating you guys on a little bit about cannabis and how it affected me in my life and how it helps me, it benefits me. Some of the foods that we will be trying. Using within this dish, like how they also could benefit you, and also how I infuse my foods. And y'all can infuse them however you want to, but I'm just going to show y'all how I infuse my foods. So with further ado, let's get into this video. Alright guys, as you can see down below in the description box, you will be able to find all the list of all these ingredients right here. Because right now, I am not going to name all these off. But when it's time to make this ramen, one thing I will let you guys know, make sure you have everything measured out and ready to go. Alright, so we're going to start by making our little meatballs. Right here is ground turkey. Normally the recipe calls for ground pork, but I don't eat pork, so I use ground turkey instead. So everything that I'm adding into these meatballs are down in the description below under meatball recipes. Now that the meatballs are all mixed up, we're going to start forming our meatballs. You can either use a spoon or a ice cream scooper like I am using here. Also, the size doesn't matter right now because we're going to split these in half to make them smaller bite-sized pieces. Now that the meatballs are all shaped and formed, we'll allow them to marinate inside the refrigerator while we work on this broth. The broth recipe is like all the other recipes down in the description bar. And with this broth recipe, all you have to do is literally grab all the ingredients and throw them inside the pot and let them simmer while you work on everything else. While the meatballs marinate and the broth is working, we can now start on the toppings. This is where I add my cannabis to it. So the first cannabis that I'm going to use is the butter. I'm going to use it to saute my mushrooms. As you see in the beginning, that was just what I was adding was the cannabis butter. Now while the mushrooms are going, I'm going to work on the meatballs. And all you do is drop them into boiling water and let them cook. And all the ingredients for the toppings are down in the description bar along with all the other recipes. Now in the same pan, we're about to do the corn topping for the ramen. I do everything in the same pan, just in different layers, depending on like if I'm doing protein or the veggie. But I do all my cannabis infusion in the same pan. So now I'll just let the corn get a good crisp on it while I go back and check on my meatballs. And it looks like they're ready. So now I'm just going to remove them from the water. Once the meatballs are all removed, the corn should have a good crisp on it, so I'll just remove them from the pan. So now in the same pan, like I told y'all before, I do all my infusion in the same pan. Here I am about to make shallot and garlic oil. So I just replaced the extra vegetable oil or extra virgin olive oil now with my infused cannabis oil. Now once the scallions and garlic turn a golden brown, your oil is ready. Like such. Now I'm gonna get the noodles. These noodles here I got them from the international market and they was really, really long. So I had to like unravel it and take it apart, but great noodles overall. Now while the pasta is doing what it do, we're gonna start building this bowl. So at the bottom, you're gonna put that fried garlic oil mix we had, some salt and some soy sauce. Add them cooked noodles to it. And then the broth. And then we're gonna start adding all them toppings. We're adding that bok choy. Them infused mushrooms. The infused corn. And some fresh green onions. And also some bamboo slices. And then we're going to add in our delicious meatball. Can't forget the protein, right? And then some salt to finish it off. And there you have it. Infused ramen noodles. Chef Nayway. So with that being said, y'all, that was cannabis infused ramen. So comment below if you like these type of videos. If you got any questions, comment some more. But I will be doing more videos like this to show you guys how I implement and put my food and my twist of how I add my cannabis to my food. Like I said, you can add it to any way how you want to add it, to be honest. But like I said, I love ramen and that's good. That the chili mix, a little garlic and scallop mix, amazing. And then the bok choy I go a fresh crunch to it. It's really good. So hope you guys enjoy and come back for cooking with Chef Nay, for cannabis and food meats. Until next time, see ya.